Good evening, my name is Garrett and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from J.W. Kelly. This is their Old Milford Single Barrel Select, coming in at a 58.6% ABV, between 5 and 8 years old. So, the distribution team behind J.W. Kelly reached out to me, asked me if I wanted to review some of their samples. I of course said yes. So, just keeping that transparency going. Now, I've been fortunate enough this whole time to be going through J.W. Kelly's lineup, and I really loved what they do with their rye. I like their bourbon. I thought it was a really good example of a solid craft bourbon, and I'm really interested about this one. So not only is it single barreled coming from cask number 430, but it's also double barreled. So they start off with their standard bourbon coming in between 5 and 8 years old, and then they re-barrel between 8 and 12 months old. But I'm really curious how well their second barreling process will go on this. So, as always, we're going to be trying it 2 different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water, see what changes up. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit. I will be posting J.W. Kelly's other bottles that I've reviewed up above and down below, so you can watch those after this one. And a link to their website will also be down there, so you can go check them out and maybe hunt down a bottle for yourself. I mean, that is dark cola red. That is gorgeous. It's almost like a dark rum color. Oh, I'm excited. Let's go for notes. Ooh, that is sweet. That is wood notes sweet. Very oak forward, but a soft, sweet oak. Get a bit of vanilla in there as well. Love the spice notes going on in here. Very much like a little bit of cinnamon and clove going on. A little bit, there must be a bit of rye in here too, because I'm getting a little bit of a rye note. The ABV is a little warm, but again, it's 58.6%, so it's going to be warm. But it's not like an ethanol forward, but you can just smell the warmth from it. But very classic, maybe a little bit of that craft note. And what I call the craft note is like a little bit of like a wood varnish over antique furniture that's been well kept. That's kind of peeking through, but it's a little sweet. It's got that beautiful oak sweetness going on there. That is the dominating note, and that's from that second barreling process, I guarantee it. All right, nonetheless, let's go for taste. Oh man, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful double oaked. This is going, I wouldn't say quite as sweet as Woodford Reserve's double oaked, but the cherry forward here, beautiful note there. The spices are nice and warming. Beautiful mouthfeel. Coats the palate really well. The oak is definitely prominent here. You have to like an oaky bourbon, but it's not heavy-handed, almost bitter. They've really made it sweeter oak. That bit of vanilla is showing up in there, but this is dominantly wood, sweet, cherry goodness. Second sip here, I'm getting a little bit of that craft waxiness, but it's not offensive. I love that craft waxiness a lot of times. The profile is simple, but straightforward. There's not a lot of nuances, no real dividing paths going on here. It's exactly what it's setting out to be. Just that beautiful sweet oak note, beautiful spice, a little bit of vanilla, caramel. Even here in the finish, I'm getting a nice like homemade sweet caramel note going on. And again, that cherry note is really good in there too. It's not dominating cherry to me personally, but it's definitely a noticeable cherry. I just love the warmth from it though. It feels good. No real burn, no ABV bites, nothing like that. Now I'm curious what a little bit of water will do here. Okay. And I'll definitely be doing an A-B comparison between this and their standard bourbon as well. So you can definitely hang around to see that. One little drop of water. See what changes up here. A lot of times adding water to something like this can bring out some really unique characteristics. And doing that A-B comparison is going to help you understand what's going on as much as it helps me. All right. Nonetheless, let's go for notes. Ooh. Yeah. Goes a little more craft. The waxiness, a bit of earthiness in there. Sweet spice. It woke up a few things, so it broke up a lot of those oils and woke some things up. ABV is still not biting or getting strong. You can definitely smell it a little more prominently in the water version. Here, you get those beautiful wood sweet notes here still. You're missing out on that. Still not bad, but the dominating notes here are going more standard classic bourbon with the oak, vanilla, caramel, spice notes. All right, let's go for taste. Definitely drinks warmer. Drinks a lot warmer. My palate is tingling, which is unique. I'll give it that. I haven't had that happen in a while. You still get a lot of similar characteristics, but the dominating note here is oak. Definitely a lot more oak forward, not as sweet. You still get a little bit of that cherry going on there, a little bit of that vanilla in there. The spice note is really nice though. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. This is subtle and seductive and just giving you exactly what it's bringing to the table. This is a little more of a party goer. This is bouncing around a little bit more and has a lot more energy pent up, and it's letting it go. The big thing there is that ABV warmth kicks up. And I expected that with the adding of the bit of water there. And I tell you what, on my second sip, I've already kind of acclimated to that. So it's good. It loses out on that sweet oak character though. And again, that's from that second barrel process. I guarantee it. This goes more classic, like, oh yeah, it's just a really good strong bourbon. Here it goes a little bit more, just a little more depth to things. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. In my market, it tends to dance around that $60-ish price point, usually about $65-ish. Some places are as low as $60, and some places dance as high as that close to $70. To be honest, it's really good. A double-barreled option is always great to see on the shelf. In my market, you know, sometimes Woodford Reserve can go up into the $50, $60 price points for some people. So it's not too far from that. I gotta be honest, I love that it's going at that high ABV though, where that's the one thing that Woodford Reserve isn't bringing to the table. While they're doing the double oak process, they're not bringing that 58% ABV. And as always with those single barrels, you're gonna get some slight variances depending on where that barrel was stored, where it's from, and all that kind of good stuff. I think it's exactly where it needs to be on pricing. It's a really good example of a double oaked bourbon, bringing across those beautiful spices. But the big thing that's bringing across is that sweet oak note. I love that. It's a great sip. 100% would recommend. And again, if you're interested in anything J.W. Kelly is doing, their link will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. And yeah, there you have it, folks. J.W. Kelly's Old Milford Single Barrel Select Bourbon Whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. I love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.